You've Googled, "Is my partner a narcissist?" at 2 a.m. Maybe more than once. You replayed a conversation in your head, looking for proof. You searched for red flags in every text message, every mood swing, every silence that lasted a little too long. But here's a question almost nobody asks. What if you're looking for the wrong thing? Everyone wants a checklist for spotting a narcissist. Almost nobody checks for the opposite. Tonight, we're flipping the script. Because the real question isn't, is my partner a narcissist? It's, what does a partner who isn't actually look like? And by the end of this video, you might realize you've been more anxious than you needed to be. Social media has turned narcissist into the answer for almost every relationship problem. Someone's moody? Narcissist. Someone forgets your birthday? Narcissist. Someone just has a bad day and snaps at you. Must be narcissism. But narcissistic people are actually so rare. Researchers estimate it affects a small slice of the population, nowhere near the number of people getting accused of it online. Most people who worry their partner is like that are wrong. That doesn't mean your pain isn't real. It means the label might not fit, and chasing the wrong label can keep you stuck. There are actually two flavors of narcissism worth knowing about, too. One is the loud, obvious kind, the person who needs to be the center of every room. The other is quieter. It hides behind sensitivity, self-pity, and being the constant victim. Both versions can wreck a relationship, but only one of them ever gets talked about online. So if your partner doesn't fit the loud stereotype, that alone doesn't clear them. It also doesn't convict them, which is exactly why the signs matter more than the stereotype. So instead of hunting for red flags, let's look at the green ones, the traits that actually mean you're safe. Sign number 1, they can sit in the discomfort of a fight. Healthy partners don't disappear when things get tense. They might need a minute. They might say, "I need to step away, but I'm not leaving. Let's talk in an hour." That's completely different from stonewalling. It's different from exploding or shutting down completely, or making you feel like you're walking on eggshells just to bring something up in the first place. A narcissist can't tolerate that discomfort at all. They either attack or they vanish emotionally right when you need them most. And the scary part is early on, this can look like passion. Later, it just looks like fear. But there's a subtler version of this that even loving partners can get wrong, and it shows up in the next sign. Sign number 2, the apology that actually lands. Anyone can say sorry. Not everyone means it. A genuine apology comes with real guilt. Your partner feels bad about hurting you, not just about getting caught. They don't need you to demand accountability. They notice their mistake and they own it, sometimes before you even say anything. Research on attachment styles backs this up. People who feel secure in relationships are more likely to reflect on what went wrong and take responsibility without being pushed into it. That's not a coincidence. Emotional security and real accountability go hand in hand. The more grounded someone feels in themselves, the less an apology costs them. A narcissist does the opposite. They might perform shame. They might look upset, even cry. But listen closely and you'll notice something missing. They're not sorry for what they did to you. They're sorry it affected them. Accountability is only half the story, though. The other half is how they treat your ideas. Sign number 3, they can actually be taught something. A secure partner listens to feedback without spiraling into defensiveness. They can admit you might know something they don't. They ask questions. They adjust. Over time, you notice them actually changing based on things you've told them. Here's where it gets tricky. Covert narcissists are good actors early on. They'll nod along, seem humble, even ask for your advice on things. But watch what happens over time. That humility quietly disappears. Suddenly, they know better than you about everything, including your own feelings, your own memories, even your own body. So don't just watch how someone reacts to feedback once. Watch how long the openness actually lasts, especially once the relationship feels secure to them. Before we continue, if you're finding this helpful, consider subscribing. I make videos that break down relationship psychology into practical advice you can actually use, whether you're dating, in a long-term relationship, going through a breakup, or just trying to better understand people. If that's your kind of content, I'd love to have you here. Now here's a sign most people completely overlook. Sign number 4. Your small preferences actually matter. This isn't about big life decisions. It's about dinner. It's about which movie to watch tonight or which route to take on a drive. Does your partner actually care what you want, or do they just go through the motions until the conversation moves back to them? There's a difference between someone saying, "Sure, whatever you want," with real ease, and someone saying it while quietly resenting you for asking. One version means you're a person in the relationship. The other means you're a supporting character in someone else's story, useful, but never the main event. But what happens when things are going well for you? That's when the mask really comes off. Sign number 5. They celebrate you without a catch. A healthy partner is genuinely happy when you succeed, not performatively happy. Actually happy, even when your win has nothing to do with them, even when it means less attention on them for a while. Here's the point about narcissists. Even they can look supportive if your success makes them look good. If you become their trophy, they'll cheer loudly, maybe even brag about you to friends. But the moment your success feels like competition instead of decoration, the support disappears fast and something colder takes its place. So ask yourself, is the celebration about you or about how your win reflects on them? Consistency is the next test, and it's the one people underestimate the most. Sign number 6. Their words and actions actually match. If they say they'll call, they call. If they promise something, they follow through, even when it's inconvenient. Their mood doesn't swing wildly depending on what they can get out of you that day. This one has a trap, though. Some narcissists, especially the confident, charming type, seem incredibly stable at first, almost impressively calm, until something threatens their ego. Then the mask slips, and you see impatience, hostility, even rage over something small like a delayed flight, a bad table at a restaurant, or being told no. Stability under pressure is the real test, not just stability when everything's going their way. Ask yourself how they act on an ordinary, boring Tuesday, not just during a birthday dinner or a vacation, when everyone's on their best behavior anyway. Which brings us to the final sign, and honestly, it might be the most revealing one. Sign number 7. Listen to how they talk about everyone else. Pay attention to how your partner talks about friends, family, coworkers, even strangers in traffic. Do they speak with basic respect? Or does almost everyone become competition the moment they have something your partner wants, whether that's looks, success, or your attention? A narcissist rarely gives a compliment without an insult hidden inside it. She's smart, but she thinks she's better than everyone. That kind of thing. A secure partner can admire other people without needing to tear them down first, because someone else's win doesn't feel like their loss. This sign is powerful because it happens when your partner isn't performing for you. It's who they are when they think it doesn't matter, in the car, on the phone, half paying attention. So here's the truth underneath all 7 signs. Do you feel safe? Do you feel heard? Do you feel like an equal, not a supporting character in someone else's life? If you read through these 7 signs and thought, yeah, that's us, take a breath. That relief is real and it's allowed. You don't have to keep bracing for something that isn't there. And if you read through them and felt a knot in your stomach instead, that matters too. Trust that feeling. Not every hard relationship is narcissistic, but every relationship deserves honesty about how it actually feels to be inside it, day to day, not just on the good days. A healthy relationship doesn't need a diagnosis to feel right. You'll know, because at some point you stop investigating and you just start living it.